First album, I'm using cassettes, is The Best of Gary Lewis and the Playboys. I don't know if anybody's heard of this group, but I like them. It's got a list of their main songs. Their #1 song is this Diamond Ring. That's a good album. Here's another good one. Sorry I'm doing cassettes, but I guess I'm a little bit lazy. Don't want to pull out my CDs. The Early Beatles. This is the 1968 version. It's a good album because it's got all the early classics on it. The only thing is mine has a mistake on it. Please Please Me has the second verse. John's saying one thing on one side of on the stereo version, and he's saying something else on the right side of this. So I don't know if that was done that way on purpose or what. They sent them the wrong demo or something. Then Rubber Soul. This is awesome. This album right here is one of my favorite Beatle albums. The only thing is that it's played too much. Then introducing the Beatles. I'm having to use my phone. This is, what more can you say about this album? It's actually Please Please Me. Then the Beatles' second album. This is a good album. The only bad thing about it is that it's got I actually think this album's got a lot of just B-sides that they stuck together to make this album, which I know they did anyway. Then there's this album. Look, Please Please Me, my favorite Beatle album of all times. Then this one. I painted this. It was a black and white picture and I just painted it. Say, Donald, if you're out there watching this, can you please tell me what this German word mean underneath Paul and John? I don't know what it says, but I know you will. This is actually the Beatles in Hamburg, Germany, 1961. Like I said, I just painted that from a black and white photograph. Then Beatles 65. What more can you say about this? This is one of the better of the albums, of the early albums, of the Capitol releases. Then Beatles 6. I like this album mainly because of 3 songs. Words of Love, the Buddy Holly version that they did, the cover. I Don't Want to Spoil a Party, which is a country song that they wrote. And this song, and most people don't even like it, Kansas City. It's a Little Richard cover. And I'm not exactly sure how old this cassette is, but it's got to be as old as the early Beatles. And yes, they are cutting a birthday cake. That's what they're holding. They're holding a cake slicer. Then A Hard Day's Night again. This is the original album cover. This has got a lot of great songs on it. The best one of all, yeah, they have I Should Have Known Better, but the best one of them all, in my opinion, is a song that's real underrated. Ringo's Theme, the instrumental version of This Boy. Then Something New. This is a great album because of 2 things. It's actually just A Hard Day's Night over again, just the Capitol version. And that's from the Ed Sullivan Show, from the second performance. Look over here, look. Something New. But it's really not, is it? Then this is the original 1968 version of Meet the Beatles, the first time it was on cassette. This is a great album, not only because it has I Want to Hold Your Hand and I Saw Her Standing There, but it's also got, oh sorry, Butterfingers, not the candy bar. It's actually got this great song, one of George's first songs, Don't Bother Me. It's also got another underrated song on here. It's called Hold Me Tight. And in my opinion, the best song on this whole album is one that most people don't even know. It Won't Be Long. The reason I said they don't know, because it's not really played that much. Everything else has just been played to death. Then Yesterday and Today. This is a great album because it's actually got a lot of good songs on it. Look, Paul's still in the suitcase. I'm not exactly sure how old this cassette is. I wish someone could tell me because I can't find out on the internet. They've got too many listings. Then, the Monkees' first album. Hey, Hey, Hey. What can you say about this album except it's great? It's got a lot of good songs on it. But this album is really cool because it's mono. I don't even know if this is... Then it even says Colgems. I don't even know if... Yeah, I can say that. I don't even know if people could even say that this isn't a great album, because it really is. Then, Breakthrough. This is a group from Chicago. Most people don't even know about them. They were on a record label called Centaur. They were from Chicago, like I said, and they actually did stuff like the Yardbirds. In fact, they do Mr. You're a Better Man Than I on this first album called Breakthrough. It's a really good album. I wish everybody could hear this album. It's just called Breakthrough. And then probably my favorite John Lennon cassette that I've got, well, album actually. It's called Rock and Roll. And those two people that you see that's blurred on this album, I figured it out. Say, Donald, if you're listening, Donald Rocks. Is that Paul and George? It looks like it's their blurred image. They're walking past John. You'd know. Well, anyway, this is my first entry because of the fact that my video on the other one, for some reason it wouldn't let me play it or even get on it anymore for some reason. Well, anyway, hope you like this video. It's probably bad because usually I don't get any good views. But hopefully I do.